Hi there. I'm going to show you how to put this album together, so please bear with me, I might make a few mistakes. If I do, I will rectify this when I edit it. I'm using 6 envelopes. I'm using this size envelope. You can use any size envelope you wish. I've sealed the envelope and trimmed it down either side so that one side can be attached to the hinge and the other side will be your pockets. The hinges are as follows. Now, the length of the hinge depends on the size of the envelope you use. Just give a little bit either side so that it's easy enough for you to slip the envelope onto. So your measurements really lengthwise will be depending on the size of the envelope. So I've scored it at 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, and again at 3/4 of an inch. That's the first one. The second one is 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 3/4 of an inch. And once you've done that, you just kind of go over it with your bond folder to get a good crease. And the third one is 3/4 of an inch, 1 1/4 of an inch, and 3/4 of an inch. This is the back one which will be attached to the spine of the album, so I would therefore use a really strong adhesive because it's got to hold everything together. The red line tape is probably the best, or some glossy accents, whatever you have and whatever you feel comfortable using. So you would lay this one down, which is the largest one, and you then line this up with your the middle, and you would stick this one on here, and then you would take the smaller one and line it up, and you can see that you will have like even spaces between them all when you do that. So I've gone ahead and attached mine. I've actually attached the envelopes as well. I've left one envelope to attach, otherwise this would be a really lengthy video. So attaching them, as you can see, I've used the red score line because I'm going to use this for to attach this to the spine. So I've put some score tape on here and on here, and I'm just going to peel this off, and I will attach the envelope. It can be a bit fiddly and tricky. Sometimes I actually use some glossy accents to do this because it's kind of easier and you've got that little bit of give if you kind of mess it up. So you just slip your envelope over, ensuring that you've got even, hang on a sec, that each end, here we go, this is the tricky part. So just bringing it down to the score line and then just run it across, and there we have it. So you've got all your envelopes attached to the spine, and it does give you good space in between for embellishing as well. So that's that part. What I will do now, I have prepared one sheet of pattern paper to put on here, and you can use whatever you like. I have kind of left about just a small, sure you can see this, okay. This is obviously smaller than the envelope. I mean, you can distress your envelope if you want some distressing inks, and the paper if you wish to. So that's that. So your first page. I'm not going to mat all the envelopes. In the album that is shown at the beginning, I have used some inserts for the pockets, and I ran this through with one of the on the edge dies, and I think in total it measures 15 centimeters, and I've just scored it here. I used here as a line to score it down. I think it was just an inch, so that gives you 10 centimetres. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. It gives you 10 centimetres. Let me just check. Yeah, I was right. My maths was good. 10 centimetres, and this, if you don't have on the edge die, you can just simply fold it over and use a corner punch. It's entirely up to you, or you can leave it plain. You can even put some pattern paper on there. Entirely up to you. I'm going to do this one. I've already prepared this little flower, which on the one on the pictures are showing you some pink ones. So I've just done this yellow and green one because it matches this paper, and I just center it and stick it on. I mean, you can, if you want to, you can mat all your envelopes first before you attach it to the hinge. Entirely up to you again. So there we go, we have this one, and as normal, things never go right for the camera, so that's how it goes, simple as. I will stop this video and I will prepare the front and back cover and the spine, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is my front cover or back cover, and I just used some chipboard that I had, and I've already taped it up so that it's ready, and my spine. Now the back of this spine is 1 1/4 of an inch, and I believe, I believe that this is measuring at 1 1/2 inch. It just gives that little bit either side. So I'm going to start by putting on some paper that I've already prepared for my front cover. So this one is going to be, I've got some, I don't know if you can actually see the pattern on there. So I'll just line this, I'll just line this up. There we go. So that's me attached to that piece. I'm just now going to do the back one. I hope this is all in frame. This isn't my, I don't know if I already said it, but it isn't my original idea, but I will put the relative links in the description box if you find this, you know, mine hard to follow and someone else's might be a lot easier. So I'm just going to attach this one. So that's has got the front and back cover. Now I've already prepared this cream piece for the spine, and this here. Now the measurements for this I will put on the screen actually, but then again it all depends on the size of the envelopes that you're using, because if you're using much bigger envelopes then you just kind of adjust it all accordingly. So just kind of, I've scored this just to give me a good guide and to make sure that I get it with my 2.5 centimetres that I've left either side, so that I can then attach these like that. So as this is going to be, that's going to be my back. I'm just going to use some tape. Preferably the red tape, because you want it to hold. I'm just going to put 3 strips on here. And I'm going to give just a little, leave a little bit in between, obviously for allowing. Oops. You can make a little bit of card and put it in between. So this allows it to, to fold. So that's my back. Again, I need a few strips of tape on here. I hope I don't have to do all this again because I'm not in frame. Okay, so that's, again, I would normally use the red line tape, but I'm just using this for the purpose of the video. Whoops, let me just switch that around here because of the angle that I'm at. And again, just leaving a small gap. So now we have the spine and it's attached. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm using one whole piece, and it's just a kind of light green paper, well, cardstock actually, and I'm just going to attach it there and then I will trim it all down. So I will quickly take off all this. This is, I mean, I've only done I think 1 or 2 tutorials before. I generally just kind of show what I make, so this should be fun. See how easy my instructions are to follow. I hope you're seeing all this. And I've had to come in from my craft room is outside, and I've had to come in because all the kids are out playing. It's a beautiful sunny day and they're all screaming and shouting. I couldn't hear myself think. So I hope you can see that. I'm just going to line all this up. That was nice and easy. And as you can see, oh, I've got this sitting on a tin because it's not my normal spot. So I'm just going to use my knife and I'm going to trim off actually such a quick and easy album to do. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim a little bit more. I'm just going to fold that over, encourage it to to bend, and again on this side. have to check the time on this. We've got 8 minutes. So that's you with the outside cover, and it's done in here. And all we have to do here is just take the red line tape off of the backing, and it's just all about centralising it evenly, and just popping it down, and I'm quite happy with that. So there you go. So you now have your album, and you can just decorate it as you please. Very quick, very easy, and really fun to do. And like I said, you can use any size envelopes you like. It's more about the length of your hinges when you're doing them, but the measurements across would always be the same. Obviously if you're using a longer envelope, it would just be longer that way, but it would never be any different this way. So I hope that was easy enough to follow, and if you do make one of these, I would really love to see what you've made. And if I haven't already mentioned this, this was by request by a lady called Charlene. And Charlene, I hope this has helped, and like I said, I'd love to see you and your ladies' albums if you make them. So have a good day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.